Hey, and welcome to Sisters in Lit in Life. I'm Layla.
I'm Rain.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Whitney.
Trina.
And I'm Trina.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We will be discussing Monday's Not Coming.
420 edition.
Not 420 edition.
420 edition. So good luck with this. With this discussion tonight, it's probably going to be, even though this is a serious book, we're going to see how we're going to make it through it.
And a young adult read.
Welcome.
Hey, Darlene. Get my notes out, y'all. Let me get my notes out.
I got my notes.
So, to start off, this book
Tiffany Jackson is the author.
Tiffany G. Jackson. This book is inspired by a true story. She got inspiration from the true story in 2009 of Benita Jackson in the DC area. So that's where she drew her inspiration from.
I'm so upset with her about this damn book.
It was rough. It's so sad.
It was hard.
It
Very
is.
sad.
I'm upset with Rain for picking it.
Well, I didn't know what it was about.
It was either
Go ahead, Trina.
It was either that or the other black girl. So
I'm glad she picked this book.
Me too.
Rain went
I
ahead
need
and
to
picked
apologize
this book.
again to the author of The Other Black Girl, because I think I said something that was not okay. And as authors, I want us to build each other up and support each other. No matter if you write something and people don't like it, because everything is not for everybody. It's your work, and somebody out there
and you worked hard on it.
And you worked hard on it. And she does have an audience. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to say I apologize. And it does not matter the frame of mind I was in. I should not have said that, because I don't want people to refer to my work because it's still your work.
Did you say it on podcast?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I don't
even remember.
Right.
I was on her.
What did you say that was so bad?
No, don't say it. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. Trina, corner.
Oh, damn.
It's a nice corner that you have, though.
It is. Y'all, this is my house. I mean, hold on.
Get your hands together.
Right. Oh, your hands closer to the camera. That's what they just asked me. Was I in the office because I had bricks, and then my baby walked through the wall? She said, "Oh yeah."
Hey, y'all look like in like the chimney part. It look like somebody cock eyes is looking.
Hold on. What is it?
What part?
What is it?
Cock eye.
No.
What
Where
you
was
said?
it?
She
Where was
said,
it?
y'all, she said,
She said chimney.
The chimney.
She still can't say Whitney, so she called me Whit. Can't pull out her country.
We're going to be talking about this book. Focus. This is a 420 edition. We are supposed to be talking about this book. Focus.
I told them that you were gonna have to keep us all together.
Hey, yeah. Let's know that you and Trina are the only sober ones on this podcast.
Oh, Lord.
I'm pretty
Only
sober.
one.
I'm pretty sober.
Okay, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
but hold on. Remember that one time, Trina? Stop calling Whitney.
Wendy. I about Whitley, Wendy, Winika. I don't even know what else.
That's how we do it in the South. You know what she mean?
Willie.
Not Willie.
That's like
Hold on,
what's that on Good Times? Who used to call Walona? Used to call everything but Walona. What was that on Good Times?
So now she just called me Whit.
Yeah, so just know this is supposed to be a serious book, but I don't know how serious.
I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. I cried the whole time I read this book. I'm gonna laugh.
What you was crying for? You shouldn't have been crying, but the
Trina.
No.
Last 15 minutes.
Brenda, she'll be in a whole coma.
Yeah,
herself to every book.
I was upset because I was an educator, so I'm a mandated reporter. So this book starts off. Let's start with Whitney. You give us where the book starts, so then we can talk about that part. What I'm about to say. So let's start the book up.
No, Rain.
That was Rain. Yep, Rain can start.
Rain is your book.
What you want me to do? You want me to recap the book?
Start us off.
Yeah, recap.
Okay.
Tell us about the book.
Okay, so the book is a young adult read, but it is about a little girl who had spent the summer at her grandmother's house. And so when she comes back, she was waiting on her friend for the first day of school. She hadn't heard from her friend all summer. So it just goes through her looking for her friend. Nobody is taking her seriously. She's asking her mom, the school, the teachers, the principals,
the police.
She's asking everybody, where is her friend Monday? The sister, the little girl mama. Nobody knows where this little girl is, and nor are they taking a serious
Claudia.
You know, they just are throwing it to the wayside.
Yes.
So that's a quick recap, and then we find out what actually happens to her at the end of the book. I don't know if y'all want me to get spoiled, because you know I will.
It hurt my feelings.
Well, so what you say, Trenda?
It hurt my feelings because like it was so close to the truth, especially dealing with little black girls that come up missing, and how like they just slip through the cracks with CPS, the school district. It was just, for me, it hit like really, really, really close to home, and that made me really sad because that happens every day.
Every day.
Yep. And that's what made it sad. It wasn't just when we got to the end. I'm still a mandated reporter, and really, if the teacher hadn't been, if the little girl wouldn't have these little checkups, if the little girl Claudia wouldn't have kept having these little checkups with the teacher, because to me that's the only person, and her mama kind of took it seriously,
not enough,
but not really.
Yeah, not
you
really.
know, and she was so easily swayed for the dad to talk her out of, let's mind our business. Our daughter need more friends anyway. Let's see. She's like, okay, but she did not believe Monday's mom when she did take Claudia over there. Like, is she really with her dad or her widow, whatever, you know? But for the social, for them to say, oh, a social worker's gonna come out. The lady in the office had a jacked up attitude. She didn't want to look it up. And then red flags when more than one child from a family is not in a register for school, nor has any district for their records. Those are red flags. And I think it's like a pass the buck. I don't want to do my job. You do your job. And maybe I can do mine type thing.
Well, let me just ask, because they were supposed to be in homeschool. So now I don't homeschool no kids.
Still got to have records.
Okay. So once they didn't, I mean, in the book, that's why the teachers were not, or the administration wasn't.
But then, I don't even think that it should have got that far. It was reports of this child going to the office that the nurse was helping her. She was being beaten. Like it was reports. So why were they put back in their home
before they even had the whole missing girl?
Exactly.
Right. And as a mandated reporter, because I don't have to. And they said this in the book, and I was like, no, it's not like that where I live at, where she was like, I broke protocol. The teacher broke protocol and called CPS. No, when you're a mandated reporter, you don't have to tell nobody. You go and you call. Or I'm going to tell you, in the state I live in, they can bring charges against you if they find out you knew and you didn't report it.
And at the end of the day, I'm mad that they just got fired and they didn't have any kind of jail time.
Right.
And that was the dad showed up.
Tip.
Good for nothing.
You mean in the real story about them getting fired?
No, in the book.
In the book.
Yeah, they trying to come.
Yeah, the dad. No, it was the dad suing that pissed me off. What you suing for?
Okay, so this is my question. This is really my question. Okay, so the mom was acting crazy and wouldn't let him see the kids because he wasn't paying child support. Does that show how much power that women have when it comes to dealing with the system and child support?
No, because he could have went down there and got him some visitation rights. Yep. If he really wanted to, child support not put yourself on child support.
But think about this.
Child support isn't dependent on visitation.
But so child support is not dependent on.
She wasn't.
What you say,
Darlene? Okay, Rain, go ahead and wrap up so we can get the spoilers out of the way too. So what ends up happening at the end of the book?
So come to find out, they did find out where the little girl was. Her mother had killed her and the little brother and put her in the freezer. I think what Whitney initially said that it was based off of that story happened in Chicago. That lady was in Chicago. But that's where they found her.
Not unalived.
Oh, well, yeah, in the freezer.
Yeah.
She had put them in the freezer. In the book and in real life, had put them in the freezer, and they found her. I can't remember in the book. Was it because that they were getting evicted?
Is that in real life? And in real life.
So gentrification.
And in real life,
yeah. So them having to
that
move
was
out.
3 years later.
That's crazy. No,
Yeah.
it was
No,
in real
no.
life.
In real life.
In real life, it had been 3 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then in real life, the mom had actually admitted that she did it, and she said,
but in the book, she
in real
did
life.
too.
In the book, it was horrible to hear that. That broke my heart. Like,
Yeah, I cried right there. I got real teary when she took like no accountability, and
when she would have
and
did
she
it
said
again,
that she was gonna do it again.
Yeah.
She said
In
she
real
was
life.
gonna do it again.
In real life, she was gonna do it again. I don't think they mentioned it in the book though.
Yeah.
Right? Did she say she didn't say it in the book? Right? In the book,
No, she
it
was like she
years.
didn't regret it.
Yeah,
She
she
like
didn't
Yeah.
she told the
felt
little
like-
boy, but
she
didn't
felt
put
like
it-
in real life, she felt like she did a good deed by saving her kid from her other kid.
Right.
So
But in the book, it was only a year span that she had been missing, right?
Mhm.
Only a
No,
year.
it was 10 months
It was
for
10
her.
months. The brother was a year.
The brother had been a year.
Yeah,
so
'cause
how
he
do
had
a child
already-
disappear for a year?
And
And
nobody.
disappear, and nobody don't say
Which is
nothing.
crazy too, because we're hearing this from Monday's friend Claudia's point of view. But where are her son's friends who hung out with him and saying, "Where's my friend? He's missing. I haven't
Well,
seen
he
him in
was
a year."
But he was a little
no.
boy.
He was little.
Wasn't he 9?
He was little. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like a little
Well,
boy.
hold on. He wasn't that young because the little sister started kindergarten.
Yeah, he was 9.
So if
she was,
I
she
know
was
my
12
kids
or
are
14.
9, and they gonna one of them would be like, "Hey, I have a friend I haven't seen in a while," but to be as persistent as she was, no.
She was coming over every day. I would start asking questions like, "What's
And see,
going
my
on?"
9-year-old can't go to somebody's house,
So
Right.
it's like a little bit different.
The thing
And
that
so,
upset
and the
me-
9-year-old couldn't dig like Claudia did.
Investigate the way she
the
did.
thing that upset me the most with this book, and I feel like it's just I'm so sick of hearing it in the Black community in general. We have this trauma that's happened to this 14-year-old girl, right? And in the end of the book, she suppresses this memory and loses all kinds of time and relives this situation. Why has this child not been in therapy the whole time that this has happened? She's just
Because
now
they was
getting
turning
into
the
therapy.
they was turning a blind eye to it. They
This
didn't
happened
even
2 times. You mean to tell me
Well,
your mom?
no, because they knew something was going on because they took her out of school, and they,
It don't matter. She didn't have therapy.
But they
I'm
didn't
saying
take her
they
therapy after.
They should have had her in therapy because you knew you took her
Immediately.
out of school.
Well, her friend died 2 years ago, and in 2 years, I get you not getting her into therapy immediately. You guys just found out she's dyslexic. We don't even know what's happened to Monday. We think she's tripping. As soon as you figure out her best friend, basically her sister, has been murdered, not killed in a car crash, not cancer, which you can kind of come to terms with, murdered by her own mother. Your child is not in therapy.
Yeah,
and she's reliving it. She's going around still
investigating.
Yeah.
What was the
like
time
you couldn't
period?
even? I could see if you was willing to take her to church to talk to somebody or
No,
somebody.
she needs
Therapy.
What was the time frame? And maybe they said it and I just missed it. What was the time frame from where the death and was her last day of school? Because it was like she had this episode.
2 years.
2 years.
So that took 2 years, but then what was going on? Like whenever they were like, we've kind of let you start back dance. Like
that was 2 years later. Because when she pulled up the Google on her phone, all the articles had been from 2 years
I
ago.
understood it differently. I understood that after she realized her friend died, she had an episode at school, and so they took her out then.
Right. Yeah. And then she tried to go back.
She tried to go back, and that's
how the
it was
memories
like,
come back.
No, it's too soon.
Yeah.
Why is she not in therapy?
Yeah, she needed therapy.
Like, especially for her parents. Her parents seem like a little bit more well off. They're into the church. Like, they're not like, country bumpkins who like have nothing around them where they can't go get help.
Did you really just have to be like country bumpkins?
I mean, like out in
we
the middle
got
of
damn
nowhere.
therapists down here in Mississippi.
I'm not saying you are still country though, but I'm saying
But I feel like her parents
in a rural area where she can't get to help.
I feel like her parents were just trying to cover up and trying to hide and just.
It was the mom's guilt. The mom said that her guilt,
and she should have been guilty because you were the last person that saw
that baby
girl,
alive, and
and
she was trying to tell you something, and you let her get out of that car.
And I can understand the Claudia not really realizing that her friend was, you know, like she come to school smelling like pee and looking crazy. So you don't realize that, although you should have in middle school. But your mom, if this is your best friend since the first grade. She's at your house all the time. She looking at you. She know what you smell like. She know you got her clothes on.
You're not blind.
And then you'll feel sorry. You'll feel sorry.
Like, this little girl is missing though.
Give her some clothes.
Hold on.
You know what her mom, that little girl is missing. So as
but hold on, y'all. About the clothes. Like about the clothes, being from a small community, a lot of people, they won't get into like your family business, but if they know like you lacking something, they encourage their kids to give you clothes.
And that's fine. But then you come up missing for a year.
But not just that,
she's
at your house.
About it.
She at your house all the
every
time.
Single day.
Did you remember she asked her husband, doesn't the holidays seem quite? I thought, damn, the little girl spending Christmas over there. Yes. She's spending Thanksgiving over there. So like
she did everything with them.
Because your mama ain't there's a problem at home. Because I don't give a shit. My kids, they might, if they lost their mind and went to go stay at Shannon house, I bet they'd be like, well, we gotta go see my mama for Christmas. Like they not gonna, you know.
As a double rate a red flag in in my home, I'd be like, what's going on?
Right. But even if you don't say nothing, then when the little girl comes up missing, and your daughter that's spending all this time with her is saying, I don't know what this little girl at. You know that her mama ain't nothing. You know she ain't getting fed. You know there's some abuse going on, whether you want to step in that moment or not. You know that. And then this girl comes up missing for a week, 2 weeks, a month. 2 months, 3 months. You don't say nothing. This is like your other child at this point. You can't stay in my house all the time, and I don't.
But she even said she was like my child and all that in the whole book.
I didn't want to hear that when it got to the end because you should have done better.
She failed her. That's just
okay. But this is my question though. What? Okay, so I get all that, and you all are right on that part. But what else could she have done? Because apparently, listen. But listen. This is what I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying. Now she did a terrible job. But what else was she supposed to do? Because the mom knew that it had been reported to CPS, and CPS put that child back in the house.
So I'm taking your child.
Take the child from her.
I'm taking your child.
Every time they call, it's a new case. It's a new case.
Matter of fact, I think the mama wouldn't even care because little girl was over there every single day, so she would have been in my house.
I'm telling everybody. I'm gonna say this. We are in a time with media, so they have phones, they have social media. I'm telling everybody.
I would try to sit up here and get custody of her. I'm gonna do my best to keep that child.
You just not gonna get your child back. You got a room over here. We're gonna get your brother and sister.
Now, the only reason why the mom would fight it is for the financial things, like the man wasn't paying child support. She probably get some type of benefits though that she used.
Continue to get them fucking.
But in order for you to do that, you gotta take your kids to court. You gotta go to court to get benefits.
You have to go to court.
And see, that happened.
Unless you told her, keep your benefits, just let the baby stay here.
That's what I'm saying. Keep your benefits. I don't care about no benefits. Keep them.
And you know, in real life, they call CPS on that lady too, and they didn't even. I don't even think they removed those kids.
And see, like that's what I'm saying. So what else can you do besides go to war and basically
just keep calling? Because every time you call, it's a new case. They have to send an investigator out.
Yeah, but y'all listen. I know people that have dealt with
investigator was sorry.
And see,
the investigator did not really go in that house because didn't in the end say how the house was unkept. The news report, this was unkept. So somebody lied in CPS because their report said we gave the kids back. She did parenting classes. Not only do they have to do parenting classes, they have to have weekly inspections of their homes.
Yes.
They have to show that you have some sort of income coming in so that you can support at least feeding your children. Even if you get food stamps, even if you, whatever it is, and anything you have monetary, all of that ties into it. Because I'm going to tell you, in the state of Texas, in the state of Arkansas, I know for sure just from having, y'all know, I've fostered before. It is, I'm not gonna lie, it is so damn difficult. They have to go through, they have to jump through hoops that are on fire to get their kids back. And me as the foster parent, I used to feel like my life was like, whoa, they in my business. But you have somebody's child. When I tell you they could walk in my home at any time,
they can
open any cabinet, any drawer, any whatever they wanted. They had free reign.
They need better checks and balances. So
yes, and they did that with me when I took care of my boyfriend's sister. I took her into care. I had to go to classes. I had to sit up here.
You have to get licensed here.
Yeah, I had to get licensed. I had to get a background check. And the lady had to come over my apartment to inspect it and see if it's livable for her to come live.
And when they say livable, when you foster dogs, they do that nowadays.
Right. And we saying, Trina, but really, ultimately, all you can do in that situation is all you can do. You report it, then it's it's only what you can do. But I honestly, in real life, what would have happened it wouldn't have been 3 years in real life. It wouldn't have been 3 years, or in the book, it wouldn't have been a year before they found those children. They would have found them a lot sooner.
The school failed.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody failed them.
But the school failed.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
The school failed them because you didn't report them to truancy. As soon as you realize that no one is sent for their records, and to be homeschooled, actually a parent has to fill out paperwork with the school district to release the child to parenting, and you have to agree to send in their records. Like, that's why those checks and balances systems are in place. Whoever that lady was that was clicking on the keyboard, I'm sure her job was to report attendance, to report, hey, this child hasn't registered. We haven't gotten any records requests from anywhere else. The parent hasn't done anything about homeschool paperwork that needed to be signed. They're supposed to send truancy officers to their house. She fell through so many cracks. I didn't even understand how every system that was in place, she slipped through. Her and
not just her,
and her brother. Her brother too.
Crazy.
Her brother too, because she didn't even take him to the doctor's appointment. So her brother,
he wasn't even in kindergarten. He was above that because he wasn't a baby. The
little girl, she was in kindergarten.
So he was older than her, and it's like.
But there's some little black kids, so nobody really they didn't care.
And they're not from the wealthier part of town. They're in like the project kind of thing.
And so parents, other parents, not just small. Let's talk about it. In the black community, when we live in those situations, it's mind your business.
Most definitely.
We're not going to talk about it.
Which is crazy because we're like, as the black community, we're so big on it takes a village and we take care of our own. But then this stuff happens all the time.
But if that little girl staying at my house is my motherfucking business, I tell you that.
It used to be. It takes a village.
But it's not like that anymore.
It used to be. It's not like that anymore. Everybody don't want you saying anything to their kids.
No,
everybody don't want you in their business. You get what I'm saying? It used to be it takes a village. And the villages used to flock around. The community used to flock around families and make sure the families had. That's what it used to be. The black community need therapy as a whole.
Yeah.
We need therapy as a whole. Then we're not protected, especially black women. Black people need therapy. And we got that mentality, even like when kids get molested in the home, they say like, what happens in this house stays in this house. That is so damn toxic. We need some damn therapy. And
there's
that book
right there,
it brought a lot of that to the forefront.
Yes, there's a comment about black folks feel like therapy is a bad representation on their parenting, and they do. We're so judgmental. I mean, we're judgmental.
They don't want nobody to
be judged because we talk about everybody else.
Hey, Crystal.
And the thing is, they talking about, I don't want to open up to somebody who I don't know.
Your kids not.
But you get on social media and do it to millions, don't you? What kind of sense does that make?
Don't give me.
Yeah, this book was. It was. I think the twist at the end was kind of. I like how she twisted it, and at the end, it was like her reliving this time. Like, I thought that was really creative. Like, it could have just been like, oh, this is what happened, but it was like, oh no, she's blocked it out and she's done it twice. And I think even for April, the older sister, like, she was the one who put Monday in the freezer. Like, I was just like, why?
But it was survival.
It's like, I mean, yes, but me at 17, because she's 17, right? So me at 17, 18 or whatever, I know how to leave a situation, and I know how to take my siblings with me out of that situation. And that's me at 18.
She had been part of the system. I'm gonna tell you, she was traumatized. They had been separated before.
They had.
She didn't
Run
want to
away.
risk that again.
And
Run
she
away.
was prostituting. You said she was saying she was prostituting to even feed them.
Yep.
I'd be on the streets before I let somebody do all that stuff to my siblings.
And so it was about survival. And I think after the brother it was almost too like she would be mad with Monday. Shut up so you can live. That happened to him. Shut up before it happens to you.
Yeah.
Shut up. She was threatening her.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, because in real life, or even in the book, to be in that house knowing your siblings are in this freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And living your life like the mama.
But you know what? They food was probably on top of. They had probably can you imagine how traumatic you're going to get popsicles?
She couldn't get nothing out of
Now,
the
wasn't
freezer.
the older sister? Now, wasn't the older sister was feeding one of them in the closet, right?
Yeah,
she was
Monday was always in the closet.
Got put in the closet because she stood up, tried to stand up for her brother.
Yeah.
But the freezer was so full. She was so full. She had a hard time fitting her in the freezer because Monday was so tall. So they weren't going in. I think the most effective thing towards the end, because I listened to the second time I read it, I listened to it, was Claudia just had that buzz buzz from the freezer.
Tiffany Jackson used that in another book. I could not connect with
it.
It
was a white smoke.
Yeah. And so I read that book before. I couldn't get the buzzing. I couldn't connect with it the way that I know that it was important because it kept happening.
Yeah.
But she already used that in a different book. So
so I'm gonna be honest with you. I could connect to it because like when something traumatic happened to you, it's that one part that you keep reliving over and over and over. So I did connect to that. I understood it.
Yeah, I understood it, but it was just a disconnect because I was like, I done been on that street before. So like I knew it was just kind of like this warning. So the effect that it had for somebody who hadn't read her before, I didn't have that same effect because I was like, this was a trigger in the other book. So or a trigger warning.
I didn't read White Smoke still.
I just hope the babies that the ones that she that she left behind get them some therapy because
they were in therapy.
Yeah. Well, they part of the state now, so that's a state mandate for you to be in therapy once you.
I thought they were with their Aunt Dolores.
But still, it goes through the foster care system. You still have to. They mandate.
Well, I hope they take just doing what really doing the work and not just sitting in this room talking to this man.
What's sad though is the oldest baby who probably needs the most because who has to put their sister in a freezer
and brother in the freezer.
Right. So I think for her, because even if you're living with a relative, once you're 18, a lot of your services, unless you agree to go to college, a lot of your services aren't covered anymore. And literally that's where the foster care system is broken, where when they turn 18, if you're not adopted, if you don't agree to stay in the system, because you can agree to just stay in the system and go to school or whatever. But if not, I think you get in the state of Texas, you get $300 and it's something else. But yeah, because think about it. When our kids turn 18, my kid turned 18. I couldn't just be like, here's $300. Good luck.
The girl that I had, she ran away. Once she got put, once we part ways, and she went to live in the group home. She left around when she was 17. She ran away.
Y'all seen the girl on TikTok with her foster parent when she turned 18? I don't know what city they were in, but the mama had asked the little girl, when she turned 18, I'm calling her a little girl, but they asked her where she would want to go, like what she want to do. And she said, I think I want to live in Atlanta or maybe such and such. Drove her to Atlanta and dropped her off, girl. She homeless.
What?
Dropped her off in Atlanta.
Because you know what? They don't get a check for them anymore.
When she turned 18, and you could tell she had some type of mental disability just watching her talk. But she was like, oh yeah, because that's what they have to do. They have to, they can't take care of me no more. So she just dropped me off. And she living on the street.
Somebody said her and her twin brother.
But if somebody somebody said her and her twin brother, but if somebody gets in contact with their worker, if they agree, even if you just go to like a trade school, they will pay your rent. They will give you a little stipend every month to help you until like you're 21. I'll say that They both did. The brother said they used and abused them. Wow. So they wanted to probably get away. But the truth of the matter is, you are out there in the world. You don't have transportation. You have nothing. And what's crazy is, so if I wouldn't have adopted mine, if I would have just fostered him till he was 18, say if I would have been like, oh, I just don't feel like, but I fostered him till he was 18, I would still want him because
now
y'all, they don't have family to come home to. Oh, wow. They don't have family to come home to for holidays. Like I thought about continuing to keep my house open. Kids that would have ever stayed here, because there was one kid who got a one night stay. She was a little baby, so I know she's not gonna remember us, But I was told how like those older kids, they remember even having when they come into foster care and they don't have their foster home ready yet. They need places to stay for a couple nights until they get them located, situated. I would want those kids, if you need somewhere to come home to for Thanksgiving and Christmas to visit, to have a meal, come.
That's just but as a decent human being, how could you do something like that has been in your house?
I don't understand how undecent. I mean, I guess it just goes to show you like
we have different levels.
The whole amount of children that need homes is so large and everywhere that they just let kids stay anywhere.
Yep. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell y'all. Who was that? Trina, you said you had to do a background check. Guess what? If my son was 14, anybody 14 years and older has to do a background check. It's some people whose kids can't pass the background check to be able to because if you'd have been caught stealing or doing something dumb in school, like you won't pass the background check, you can't help a kid that's in foster care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's some crazy people out here. So
and it was making so bad. The company that we went through named Cornerstone, they are some horrible people, but they take you through a lot of stuff.
Oh man, we had a situation where we kept guns. Your guns had to be put in a locked safe.
Yeah.
And guess what? The ammo had to be in a completely different safe locked up. I was like, I hope don't nobody break in.
I was about to say, because if so, you did.
We do it in our house.
Y'all know I got a hard time with my mobility. How I'm gonna make it between both safes at the same. And then you might be a little nervous.
We actually do that at our house now.
Yeah, I mean, these kids have
ammo and the guns are different. We do, but trust me, it ain't that far. It ain't that far.
You might get nervous. Somebody kick the window. They might move faster than me.
Oh, and plus I got a baseball bat. They better have a gun.
That baseball bat never fails.
You gotta put that sock on it. Put that sock on it. Baseball bat.
Yep.
Put that sock on it.
Yeah, this book was so close. It was a good read. It was so sad to me. I cried. And I'm a gangster. I don't cry.
Girl, you cry everything. You cry off of every book that Rita read. What the hell?
Did she cry for CNA thoughts?
Yeah.
I cried because I had to damn read it. I cried because I had to read it.
She cried off of every book that Rita read already. CNA thoughts, when a gangster, everything was traumatic. She had a heart attack and came back and everything.
I did. Shannon gave me the heart attack and I came back.
She had a heart attack and came back.
But now CNA thought, I cried. I cried because I had to read it. I ain't even gonna talk about.
I thought we ain't gonna even talk about CNA thought no more.
Hey,
that was fast.
Clearly, that's the kind of book people probably want. Something that you're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Cause I promise you, it's probably gonna come up every.
We done talked about it every.
You know what? He's probably getting more book sales. He's selling more books off us.
CNA thought should be in the past. Let that be in the past. We ain't gonna even talk about that book no more.
All right. Coloring book. Well, let's go.
Not the coloring book.
Let's go. I'm sorry.
We're not even supposed to talk about Halloween no more.
Okay, I'm done.
But Monday, what happened to Monday? It was I liked it. I did like it.
It was well written.
It was.
I did like it. It kept my attention. So,
and you know what? There was no confusion with time hopping. She made it very clear where it was
before the after.
So I liked how she used it kind of like a before the death and after the death.
No, the booty butter.
No, that's what
booty butter.
And food would make you think that it was all when it said after, like it was present day.
She talking about the booty grease, but it's booty butter.
It's booty butter.
Here we are talking about CNA thought again.
Look, Jamie did it. It wasn't me.
What's his name? Quan Lee. What's his name?
Quan Mill.
Damn, you done made him Asian.
Right.
I think it is. I don't know.
That is so funny. Shannon, you got the
the butter. Look how she spelled the butter.
You got the wheel.
You got the wheel. You got the wheel, Shannon?
Yes.
Y'all should go read that book, but I'm gonna warn you. Go ahead, you ready to cry.
Get you some Kleenex ready. It was
most of Tiffany D. Jackson's catalog is very good.
But you know, that was my first book I heard. Is all of her books like that?
No. I don't think so. They're all YA though, right?
Oh shoot.
I'm so glad that my name is off.
It's gonna be Shannon. I think
it's gonna be Whitney. It's gonna be Whitney.
I'm so glad my name is off the wheel.
Oh, me too. That's a lot of pressure. Oh, that'd be a lot of pressure.
Okay, here we go.
It's gonna land on
Shannon. Shannon. That blue.
Whitney.
Oh, Trina.
Wait. It's Trina.
I knew it was gonna land on my silver tea friend.
And I hope it's dark romance.
Please. I need some
what kind of book just came out? Not just, but W.S. Greer.
You did mystery.
We already did mystery.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We did mystery.
Yeah,
we did mystery.
This book was supposed to be mystery.
Okay. This was the mystery.
Okay, well, if it goes on mystery, but I doubt it, but I'll take it out.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Me too.
Urban fiction.
Dark romance. Look at her face, though. Wait a minute, y'all. Jamie said it's good in honor of 420.
There you go, Jamie Lee.
There
All
you
right,
go.
Trina, do not disappoint the dark romance connoisseur over here, okay?
Trina, because I need something filthy nasty, cause
we need it to get dripping wet in here next week.
Let's see what you got, Trina. I'm so nervous.
I just told you, WS. Now he done got his book out.
Okay,
y'all put it on your list. Put it on your
list.
I
did.
My
dark romance is.
I
know my dog.
She don't know what to pick, y'all.
I'm getting Amazon pulled up so I can get my book.
No, I got my book. I know what I'm gonna pick. I got two of them. Okay. She said to put down two. I'm up here trying to figure out. Okay, Lovely Bad Things by Trisha Walk.
Have I read that?
I've been saying I want a week where it's a book that ain't nobody read.
I haven't read this one.
I was about to say, ain't nobody read this book.
Okay.
I keep on falling.
So you want to do that one?
Let's listen to. You want to read the
What is it called?
The blurb.
Lovely Bad Things by Trisha Walk.
Wolfe.
Walk.
It's an enemies to lover dark romance with a thrilling twist from the disturbed mind that brought you darkly, madly duet.
My ring light's messing up. See it?
Okay.
That's a nice cover.
I love it. So let's see. He's the devil, and she's his wicked game. Helene. They say eyes are the windows to the soul. But when he looks at me through hues of slate green and flaring blue embers, I'm terrified of watching what's watching me from behind his clashing gaze. Something primal and feverish that threatens to melt me like fire and ice. I fear falling into Calum's lock's pitch black soul. But after I'm called to a crime scene to investigate the most gruesome act of violence to descend on the legendary town of Hollows Row, I have no choice but to turn to Callum, to the man I had locked away in an asylum for criminals. This is about to be good as hell, y'all.
You have me at the criminally insane, baby.
Oh, I'm not gonna read no more.
Hold on. Serial killers, crime scenes, dark themes, violence, murder, blood, and sharp object play, occult references, loss of loved ones. As this dark romance, there are likely other dark themes and situations, so please read responsibly.
Triggers, check the triggers if you're going to read along with us. 364 pages. It just came out May of last year.
Okay.
So that's Lovely Sad Things.
Oh, look at that right there.
But y'all, by Trisha Wolfe, do y'all think it's going to end in a hit cliffhanger? Because there's multiple books.
It is. Because it's a, I bet you
it's a part two.
Long as it don't vicious bond me, I'm all right. You can clip me, but don't do me like vicious bonds did.
They all do that, girl. Woo.
Nah,
Dark
not
romance
all of
is
them.
like that.
At least
I'm
the
so
second
ready
one is out.
for her part 2 to come out.
Yeah, all
Yes.
them though. When you read the book and at the end you be like, I know you fucking lying.
Right.
That's the wrong cliffhanger because I know you ain't even like this. Some of them, you know, I can be like, oh okay,
You'd be like, oh, okay, yeah.
That one
I'm
right
a
there.
read it, but it ain't. But Vicious Bond did is wrong. Did me wrong. I can't speak for no.
Yeah.
It
I can't
definitely
wait
was
till it
wrong.
come out.
But you know what? The good thing about that is that it come out this year, not next year.
Not next year, for real.
So that's a good
True.
thing.
And I'm telling you, shoot, if Shannara hear this, I hope the third book come out the beginning of the next year.
Yes.
And we don't have to wait till like a
Don't put them
midpoint
on out
in.
right now. Just both of them right now. Just put it out.
I'm so excited to read
That's
this,
okay.
guys.
I
I'm going
am
to read this tonight.
I know you are.
Not
reading.
tonight. I gotta
Hold on, Silver Teeth Twin. Don't be acting like that.
Y'all
Fix
on the
that
Silver
face.
Teeth 10 twin.
The silver teeth.
But I do think it's gonna be good. So, but y'all
And
know
it's on
my
Audible.
weekend, I'm gonna start. Oh,
It's on
I'm
Audible?
glad.
Let's
I'm
listen
so
to the
glad.
sample. Hold on, let's listen to the sample. See if the voice sounds okay. Let's see. Oh wait, hold it. I gotta turn it down.
If you don't have that dark ass raspy voice, I don't want it.
Well, I hate when they don't give you a preview of like every voice. It's just like the girl.
Oh no.
And I know he will eventually charm his way to the outside world.
Definitely not. Turn it off.
And I rub at the ink over the top of my shirt. Then touch the pendant around my neck to center my
I would
See
have
you later,
Alexa
Black
read it.
Books.
Alexa reads better.
I would read. I have Alexa read it.
Good night.
Good
That's
night,
crazy.
Charlene.
I'm so excited, y'all. It's gonna be so good.
So I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna be able. I might have to start tonight because y'all know my weekend.
And it's only 7 hours.
It's only 364 pages. It's not long at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
But I'm gonna start tonight. I guess. No, I'm gonna finish my book tonight.
A suspect never named. And I know exactly where that light
Hopefully I finish my my book. That's why I couldn't get on earlier with y'all because
You was annotating, girl.
I ain't doing that much annotating in here. It ain't really sparking like a whole bunch.
Girl, do you
But
want to?
it's a good
Hold
book.
on. Let me see. Let me show you my annotation. So you better be ready, cause baby, I don't think.
I don't think I'm doing it right.
Hold on, let me see. Hold it up.
Are, but if you're
What, me?
marking
Yeah,
those
hold
things
it
that
up.
are
I wanna
important to
see.
you and
My
why.
stuff I ain't doing it right. I ain't got that much in here.
Oh, Shan, but
I need to learn how to annotate.
Look at Shan.
I guess you can do it
Girl,
these ways. I
okay.
need a tutorial.
I am only on
Plus, the book good, so I'm like
chapter 6, and I got these marks right here.
Despite the humidity,
Nope. There you go.
No, there you
But
go.
what are you saying? Like, what are you writing in there? Like, what are you annotating?
not because I don't know the
Let me
answer,
turn my.
but I'm not sure how to phrase the answer aloud.
Who is playing their book?
I was.
Trina.
I'm trying to
That
hear.
was Trina. Shannon, you ain't even supposed to say nothing. That was Trina.
No,
I
it was
ain't-
not.
Oh, we still live.
So like,
Yeah.
I think I got something on like every page.
So what are your topics that you choose? What are your baselines that you choose that you annotate like in green or in red or in blue or in yellow? Like
who, Shannon?
Yes. Oh, what did yours say?
Oh, okay.
Plot
That's
twist,
nice.
romance,
World building.
Yeah, I ain't doing it right.
character.
World building is very important.
Right?
Shut
So
up,
like
Trina.
each tab,
Trina,
I
go
put
to the corner.
She started.
Move her from beside me.
each tab I'm putting close together. So like you'll know that these are thought-provoking tabs. These are new characters.
You ain't got to have no man.
That was a spark of romance. You know.
Your ass.
No, you didn't.
My name.
You said mine ain't like that. Mine's not like that.
So
I
each
don't like the video. Like I was just like, if I had a thought, I was like, oh, I know. Like I said, most of my stuff.
Can I come out the corner?
Mouth ass girl.
No.
Hell no.
You the one who said the map.
That ain't
No,
what
I
she
did.
said. That ain't what she said.
Yeah.
But she know what she said. World building is important.
Oh, you writing right. Nice.
yeah.
She did say
And
that.
then highlight, and you can't really see the highlight. Oh yeah, you can.
Yes. So
But see, they're all. I'm not in the book.
Where'd
Okay,
you
let's
get your
take
sticky
y'all
notes?
tuning in. We're
Where'd
gonna
you
take
get your
this part
sticky notes?
offline because I'm
yeah, Rain, go ahead and close us out, Rain, because we can't get it together.
Thank y'all
420,
for tuning
baby.
in. Catch us next week. We are reading. I forgot the book already.
Lovely
Bad Things.
Lovely
Lovely
Bad Things
by Trisha Wolfe.
A little dark romance.
And I picked this book, y'all.
Okay, because we on the dark romance. We back on the tip because we was.
Yes, baby, we back on it.
We
So,
just
I just hope that you guys now, if it's bad, don't blame me. Blame Trina.
Are we going live? Are we
week.
going live somewhere else? Or we done?
Are we going live?
TikTok.
I don't know what y'all want to do. We can go live.
We can go live.
Catch us on TikTok. And tune in next
We
Thursday.
should turn our thing off.
I'm so
next Thursday at 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern.
Whoop, whoop.
Bye.
Whoop. Bye. Shannon, you gotta hit in.
See y'all Thursday. West side.